Make some noise. Hadidi.
All right, our final story of the prepared stories is from Rainchild. Let me tell you something about Rainchild. The last time he was here, who was here?
I was here.
Are you still drying the tears from the last time? Did you grow a six-pack from the last time? Well, if you didn't, you're going to grow one now. Because this next storyteller is nothing short of better than me. This time it brings us a story entitled One Night Stand. Before you think it's bad, Nick, it's a story of grace. It's a story of true love. It's a story of betrayal and one luggage bag at the airport. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Rainchild with a story entitled One Night Stand.
I woke up in the morning in a very soft hotel bed. My first night in a hotel. I looked to my side and she was not there. My true love was not next to me in the morning. Yeah, I only met her the day before. But you know when you know. You don't need 6 sessions of Netflix and chill. Sometimes you just know when you know. Am I the only one who knows that? Can I get it? Amen? When you know, you know. I can't remember what her face looks like. To this day, when I think of her, I feel closer to God. I don't know, I don't remember what she looks like. But I know, till this day when I think of her, I know like I know, love is alive. Let me tell you how I met her. We need to go back a number of years. At age 17, I started a business. I'm in high school, I started another business. But that particular one is special because I still run it today. Still buys my bread today. The following year, I was 18 going on 19, in the prime of my teen. And I had just received an order. There was something particularly special about this order. You see, it was my very first corporate order. It was from the youth chapter of a church organization, the Methodist Church. and they were having their annual conference in a town, Mahikeng, for those who are from Mafikeng. In a suburb of Mahikeng called Mabat, at the campus there. That's where their conference would be. Now I'm from the Val, all the way in Vereeniging. And when this opportunity presented itself, I was like, hell yeah. It was reasonably in rand value today terms. It was a small amount. But at the time, for 250 delegates, and I'm manufacturing candles, branded, personalized candles that are going to be the corporate gifts. This is a game changer for my small business. This particular order means it is 5 times my annual turnover. This deal changes my life. This is a game changer, way maker. My life will never be the same. This was even before I knew I'm going to meet Mpo. The one. So, there I am. This is 5 times manual turnover. It means it is a capacity that I do not even imagine I would have had at that time. So what I do, I'll rally the team together, all my employees, even part-time. That's my brothers, my sisters, friends. We get the production line ready, get set up factory. It's my mom's kitchen and counter and ironing board. Production, full force. I'm on time. Product is ready to dispatch. My mommy will make sure of packaging. I got a fancy luggage bag that she graciously loaned to us and packed all my candles. I had no idea where my figure was, but I was not bothered about that. I'm a smart guy. I'm a smart young man. Like, I'm in high school and I've got stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not worried how to get to my figure. I'll get there. I get the directions. I'm in the taxi. And there she was. There she was. The one. At that time, there were no notifications. Match! So you needed to know. This is a notification. You needed to know. And when my notification came in, I didn't miss it. I believe at the time, because I don't remember face, I believe she must have been the most beautiful thing I've ever felt and touched and seen. I looked at her. I do remember this gesture. I do remember this gesture. Now, I don't know if it works the same for ladies and gentlemen, but gents, if you see that, that's the notification.
Oh.
That one, that's the notification. That yes, it has happened. But yeah, but there are different levels. Maybe some of you don't always get that notification. There's a time when we need to pass over money. That motion is a touchless gesture. You can pass to the next person. But there's that moment when the hands touch longer than they should.
Yeah.
Like, gentlemen, if you miss this one, the hand, that's a notification. You're in there. We started exchanging and aligning chakras as fixes. There's one more moment. You know when you're sitting with someone and you're chatting, and then their hand just lands on your thigh. Like, if you missed all the signs, gentlemen, that one is the one. It's a notification. And I knew I was in there. I'm not slow, I got this one. I knew I was in there, not just in there, I was in there for a long time.
Yes, Daddy, go get your girl.
So just a quick tutor on how do you spot that one. It's a combination. You have to see tongue, teeth, and lip. You need to see all three of them at some point. Tongue, teeth, and lip. Not a notification. Not a notification. Not a notification. You got to see all three of them.
The combos are communicating.
Right. But they need to align in a certain way. So tongue needs to touch, teeth needs to touch lip. Let's do it again. I started telling Paul about my life and my client, her name was Petunia. Anyone here by the name Petunia?
No.
Like good, man.
Anyone's girlfriend is Petunia.
And I relayed my story to Mpo. And I think of my story in retrospect and I think to myself, man, I must be one crazy motherfucker. So for me to be able to pull this deal through, that was 5 times my annual turnover, I had to put everything I had on the table. I already had skin in the game when I started this business. I already had skin in the game. But for this order, I had to put everything on the table, including my mom's fancy luxury bag. I got on the taxi, where of course I met the one, with enough money just to get there. Because when I get there, I'm paid and I'm rich. I'm balling, right? So I tell him for the story. I tell her, I have no idea where I'm going, but I know I'm told it's the only university there. When I get to my Fikeng, I just need to ask people, how do I get to Mabatu? And what's your uncle? Paul says to me, don't worry. We'll spend the day together. My hometown, I will take you there. And until you need to go back home, then only I will go home. And when she said that, I don't know what she was doing at the time. I don't have recollection of her face, but on my mind was we arrive in Mafigan. Strusbok takes me to Mabata. Strusbok conference is on, middle of session. Petunia comes out, excited that yo, you were reliable, you were trustworthy. And when a client says that to you, corporate client, when they say that, you know, like, I'm in there. My life will never be the same. Opens the baggage, looks at the product, inspects the product, and is happy. And I'm fulfilling my life's dreams. Alright, smack bang in the middle of conference, she quickly dashed out to take my call. But I'm glad she took that call because my phone is about to die. Received package, jets back in, lets me know what time the break is and when the committee can see me for just to wrap up and I can be released. Phone dies, it's not a problem. Because Mpho's here with me.
Amen. Amen.
But shows me around her suburb. But now, she had given Petrina her number, but now Petrina's not making the call. I don't mind, right? Except we're starting to get hungry now. And I'm broke AF. But that's not a problem. Mpho takes me home. And she'll prepare a meal for us. At home, she introduces me as, this is my friend. Now, I don't mind because I know what I am, who I am.
Yeah. This is good.
At home, it's okay to be the friend. Especially, you don't think so, no? Especially after today. Especially to the dad who's looking at me and you know this look is a
5,
there's that alpha thing when you know that this one does not come to bring. They come to situation. But I didn't mind that I was introduced as the friend to her daddy. We go back to the conference, and the conference is still intense, it's still busy, it's still happening. I don't mind. Because that means I'm spending more time with Mpho. Because she continues to reaffirm me. Not going anywhere. We'll spend the day together. We'll spend every minute you are here, I'll spend it with you. It's starting to get dark. Now, it's starting to get real because now there's the issue of public transport. Like, honeymoon needs to end now. We need to get real. She goes back with me to the conference. Now we're not leaving. We are there waiting for conference to finish. We see everyone. It's Petunia and one person, the treasurer, the only other person that I cared to know. The person who needs to pay me, right? Yeah. Of course. We know who's in procurement. That's the only person you need to know. You don't even need to know who's the CEO. Just procurement. Yeah. Especially the senior buyer. Conference eventually ends. It's 9 p.m. going on 10. And people are excited. They've had a fantastic conference. And one after the other, I see them coming out with candles from Glowhouse Lighting. And I'm like, oh man, I've arrived. You know, I've just started, but I've arrived. It means I'm going to live my life here. Petunia comes out. And she's Tabo. You need to see the treasurer who will sort you out.
Yes.
I wait for the treasurer because I know who they are. Treasurer comes back, as they are leaving, comes to me, says, Tabo, oh no, great, fantastic. See, next person. And they continued with that until the last person pointed to the president. see the president. The president arrives and looks at me with amazement. Why do you need to see me? I only make decisions at meetings. You need to see Petunia. Have you ever reached a point where you run out of swipes? Like, the list is finished. It's finished. If you failed to match, you can't swipe no more. It's finished. You haven't had a list finished on you. There are no more swipes. And I'm standing here as the venue gets emptier and emptier and emptier. Now, I need to look for people who are from the bar because it's a national conference. I find 3, and all 3 of them say, we're not going back to the bar. With every word that came out, every single person who I continued to speak to and sent me to the other from pillar to post, I knew and I saw my business collapsing. Because I put my life into this one big deal. Mpo is still there. But suddenly, she's not as urgent, important right now. My life is falling apart. Until we were the only 2 people left on the premise, not count the security guard. There's only security, they don't count. We're the only 2 people there. And she says, don't worry. We'll make a plan. So we made it back to Mafikeng. And in Mafikeng, she gives me $20. That's all she has. And she says, you need to take a hike at this spot. If we get transport here, this is where most people normally get transport. So we should be okay here. I've seen how they do it in TV, but it doesn't quite work that way in real life. A man stops. And he wants to know where we're going. I tell him, I'm going to Vereeniging. He shakes his head. He's about to leave, but then he does not leave. He says, look, I'm headed to Rustenburg. At the time, I didn't know where Rustenburg was. No cooking. But she gave a gesture that makes me realize Rustenburg is not where I want to go. But over and above that, the gesture that she gave, she did not give. I just saw it and interpreted exactly what it was for. But she has this reassuring look. We're going to be okay. Getting to this man's car, present him the $20. And he says, look, Vereeniging is like overseas, man. So,
Is it like Japan?
I don't like Japan, right? But at least you won't be here. And we go. He stops for a drop-off. I don't know where that place was. I don't know if he told me or not, but he said, if you are here, this is your best chance in the direction you need to go. It was in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what that location's name was, but it had a resonance of a place I'd learned about in primary school called the Valley of the Shadow of Death. And at that time I feared every evil. I feared every evil. But there was one thing that kept me going. I stayed there. I don't remember how long I must have been there. Another car stopped. This man asked, as they always ask, where are you going? I told him, "Giafrenache." He gave me a stare that said, "You are screwed." And also not by me. But he then invites in. And he asks, "What are you doing here?" Anyone here whose mom's name is Petunia?
You looking very bad.
I take a deep breath and I introduce her to Petunia. He takes a deep breath and says, "Jesus." Okay, I think he said Musquant, but at the time, the only thing keeping me going. So I was subjective to what I was hearing, seeing, thinking, and believing would be my life. We drive, and as we get to a destination that I did not recognize at the time until he told me where we were. Before the jump off needs to happen, he reaches deep in his pocket and he pulls out $200. Hands it over to me, pointing the direction where blue lights were coming, and gestures, "In the morning, you'll be able to get home." In that same direction, I see yellow lights, yellow and white lights. Formula One hotel. And he says to me, "We're in Pretoria." When he said, "You are in Pretoria," I knew I was home. I saw the blue lights. I saw the yellow lights. And I, 169. I'm sleeping in a hotel room tonight. I get to the hotel, I check in, and they ask me. I didn't have a problem that I'm going to spend 169 because I still have another like $21, right? 31. And the reason I don't have a problem is because, to get to Vereeniging taxi, it's like $30. So this is just perfect. I'm walking towards the yellow light, it's cold. I'm just devastated. I don't know if I'm safe or not safe, but there's one thing on my mind keeping me going. I'm at reception and they asked me the dreaded question. No, not ideally, it gets worse than that. Breakfast. It's not in the price. Formula One. They call it San Juan today, those of you who don't know. Breakfast, $24.99. Yes! I love breakfast with my room because I'm spending the night in a hotel. Our business has afforded me this. Now, I wake up in the morning and she's not next to me because she couldn't come with me. She had to stay at home. I'm having my breakfast. And I'm enjoying this breakfast because it's my bus fare, right? I have to make it count. But I'm not really worried that I'm chowing my bus fare because I still have $6. And I learned a trick in primary school when I used to travel by train. I learned a trick from the older boys that what you need to do, there was another trick if you have no money at all, I won't talk about that. but I've got $6. So this is what you do when you don't have enough money to get to your destination. And you buy a ticket to the very next station. That will allow you to get onto the platform. And you just get off, not where you need to get off. You get off at the closest vandalized station to your destination. Because the vandalized stations, there's no ticket office. So your problem is just to get onto the train, not even get onto the train, pass the ticket home gate. So I've got a plan, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm enjoying breakfast. But also plan B, that should there be inspectors inside the train, I also have a plan for that. You just need to hop into the next coach, at the next station, jump off, and just jog back to the coaches that have already passed. But they also have a trick to counter that. They lock the doors in between the coaches. But no, the older boys have taught me well. If the coach doors are locked, you see the conductor coming, you catch a nap. When they wake you up, you produce your valid ticket. You're like, oh, I missed my stop. So I'm sorted. I'm good for this. I'm sorted. And that's why I'm doing my breakfast. The night after, the morning after, my life is just shattered. There's one thing that keeps me going. I'm sitting in the train. I'm confident of one thing. I can't wait to see Mpo again because she gave me her numbers. I'll just call her as soon as my phone charges and I get home. Everything's going to be okay. But as I'm sitting in the train contemplating on, there is one good thing that came out of this besides the hotel sleep. What came out of this? But then I realized, when my phone died, she wrote her numbers for me. And those numbers are in my mom's fancy luggage bag. That was never returned to me by Petunia. So now I'm sitting in this train ride, and I actually realized that, in fact, I've just lost everything. My business, my mom's property, which is a big thing if you're a boy, staying in your mom's house, and the love of my life. Everything. I'm sitting in this train ride, needing to make serious decisions about my life. And the serious decisions I need to make about my life is, how do I continue to live moving forward here? Because for a young boy in high school who should be doing homework or not doing homework, and that's the biggest thing you need to worry about, I've just bankrupted the business. Actually, I've just lost everything I owned and a few other things that other people owned, and now there isn't going to be jobs for my staff, my sisters, friends, and everyone else. And I've lost the love of my life. And I'm sitting trying to make sense out of how do I move, how do I make sense out of this, how do I? And I realized at that point, the decisions I make right now are going to be fundamentally important on how I see people, how I see myself, and how I see business. The answer to that thought as I'm sitting in the train will find me 3 years later. Because 3 years later, in Vereniging, I bumped into Mpo.
What?
She gives me her numbers. I don't write them down. I save them in the phone. I make sure. warmth of a hug that sometimes. That day I got mugged and lost my phone. And I'm sitting in this train contemplating why does this happen to me? Why has this happened to me? What did I do to Petunia? What did I do to these people? All 250 of them. There wasn't a single person who had the decency, the conscience to just either give me a lift back home if they are intent on screwing me over. And as I'm sitting in the train looking for answers that would come to me 3 years later, I realized sometimes in life, one of the best things can happen to you at that given time. Or the worst thing can happen to you at that given time. The memory that you choose to hold. I have survived the valley of the shadow of death. I've lost the love of my life. I've lost my business. I still got homework and studying, but now I'm dealing with the bankruptcy stuff. People talk about that. Some people never even experience that in real life. And here I am. I've survived all of that. I could have lost my life. Or something worse. Yeah, and I've made it. And I think of Mpho. I think of the man who gave me the first lift. I think of the second man. And they all had one thing in common. Grace. And whatever you go through, if you look hard enough, you will see grace staring at you, saying, it's gonna be okay. Now I've survived all that. I've survived all of that. I arrived home. I said I'll be back yesterday. I've survived all of that. Now I'm going to deal with my mother, who wants to know where's her goddamn fancy luggage.
Make some noise!